This is Spanish soccer coach, Rubiales, and they just made a big win, and everyone is huggy and kissy with one another. And then guess what? The women turn on him. The women who should be grateful to him turn on him. As usual, this is standard. Spain's World Cup winning women's team have said they will not play any matches for the country until Luis Rubiales has been removed from his job. Wow, what a bunch of disgusting turncoats. And this isn't particular to Spain. This is human nature. Men supply, women betray. That's a fact. I've seen it enough now that I know it's the case. Now, let me contrast and compare. Well, in this case, compare, right? This is completely comparable to what happened. This is a young guy who won, and some woman comes up and shows some affection. Yeah, and guys like women, so it's all okay. It's all understood, right? Women don't like men, and so they attack us relentlessly. Now, this is a perfect comparison. This is after they've won. And some scumbag says, anyone else feel uncomfortable watching this guy? No, I'm uncomfortable hearing words like this because you're an edgelord. Anyway, let's hear this. Watch this. Oh yeah, that's awful, right? It's exact same thing. And they're all going up and taking their turns, right? If it was so bad, well, you know it's not bad. They know it's not bad. Well, see, she gets to put her lips on and whatever. Yeah, exactly. None of these girls said anything at the time. You know why? Because they're enjoying their victory, and then they turn on this guy. They turn on him. Okay, now that you've seen what's going on, you knew it was going to be like this. Now we'll hear what the BBC has to say. It'll be painful because it's the BBC.
Hello, welcome to the programme. I'm Lewis Vaughan-Jones. We're going to start with some breaking news. FIFA has provisionally suspended the president of Spain's Football Association from all football-related activities. It follows his refusal to resign.
There you go, everyone. This guy, he even apologized, believe it or not. I forgot to bring that up. This guy is a fool because he did nothing wrong. Then he did what all these guys do. They apologize. And that's like throwing chum into the shark-infested waters. They smell blood, these women, and they go after them. And these women aren't feminist by any official means. They're just what women are.
After being accused of forcibly kissing a winner of the Women's World Cup on the lips. Well, earlier, the Spanish Football Federation accused Jenny Hermoso of lying about the incident.
Well, yeah, Hermoso is the spark of it. But I wouldn't just blame her because all 80 of her fellow players jumped in. She dog whistled when she did this, right? It's like the white woman who says the black man looked at her, and then the lynch mob forms.
When she said she did not consent to being kissed on the lips by him following Spain's victory.
He doesn't need consent. Men don't need consent to be affectionate. That's the argument that men should be saying here.
Over England in Sydney. Well, the organisation said it would take legal action against.
If a woman doesn't like a man's affection, she just says, no, I don't like it. Right there and then, and it ends. Right? So we know what this is about.
More than 80 players have now said they'll boycott games until he quits. Our sports correspondent Joe Linsky has more.
You see that these players won thanks to this guy, right? And so it shows you what's important to them. Whatever women do is a hobby. You know, they prioritize destroying a man over winning the game because the games don't mean anything to them in the end. This is what women love to do. They leech off men and destroy men for fun.
Spain's winning World Cup.
Look at the big smile on her face, right? So they're all for it until they feel like, hey, let's turn on this guy. They're not against anything he's done. They just are exercising female dominance to destroy a man.
Moments could soon become a legal battle. This was the kiss from the FA presidents that overshadowed the week they became world champions.
And this is the cheek of these women. This is out in the open, and it's been caught on camera, so everyone can see what it's actually about. So this Hermosa asshole is willing to tell a bold-faced lie, right? And all her asshole fellow players are willing to support her lie, even though it's an obvious lie.
Luis Rubiales has refused to resign, and now the dispute has gone further. Last night, Jenny Hermoso said, as was seen in the images, at no time did I consent to the kiss. The Spanish Football Federation has hit back. They say the presidents will show each of the lies that are spread, either by someone on behalf of the player or by the player herself, and that they'll now take legal action. The RF...
Good for him. Look at him. All these women are getting kisses and hugs and with everybody. There's women that they're doing it with. None of these women get zapped, do they? So this is just women attacking a man. So typical. Hey, all you guys watching who are new to my channel, take a good look at what the gender dynamics are in real life, right? Have you ever talked to a woman? Yes, that's how we know. You have to be a complete denial of reality if you think women do anything but dislike men.
These pictures prove Rubiales right, and that this lift from Hermoso meant she also gave consent. She has denied that action even happened.
Is that so serious that I have to leave while having done the best job for Spanish football?
Yesterday, Mr. Rubiales had been expected to step...
Well, Rubiales, Alice, I mean, dude, this is what you get when you support women. This guy was a great big female worshiper and wished for the best for women. And he brought them to victory. And this is what he gets. I doubt this guy will learn a lesson.
Stand down, but instead came defiance.
I will not resign.
No, voy a dimitir.
I will not.
I like this. Look, the men in the audience are clapping. Good for you guys. Good for you.
Resign.
He said 5 times, I will not resign. But in the hours that followed, key names in Spanish football spoke out. 81 female players now say they won't play for their country until he's gone. Alexia Putellas is the current Ballon d'Or holder. She tweeted, "This is unacceptable. It's over." While Borja Iglesias plays in La Liga for Real Betis and was capped for the men's team back in March, he said, I have made the decision not to return to the national team until things change.
Yeah, look at this scumbag. Even men don't like other men as well. So this guy is a betrayer too.
This was the front page this morning of Spain's biggest sports paper. The headline in Marca read global embarrassment. When Rubiales spoke...
This is a global embarrassment. The human race is a global embarrassment. Gender dynamics is a global embarrassment. Look at our gender dynamics. Men worship women. They give everything to women. And then women turn on men for the enjoyment. That is a sick animal right there.
Yesterday it was met mostly with applause, but one vice president within the federation has stepped down in protest.
I have presented my resignation after seeing that Luis Rubiales continues to head...
Good, stay out, you scumbag. Stay out.
...the Spanish Federation. I've been the only president of the President's Commission who has...
Hey, notice all these, the most machismo countries are the biggest female worshipers in the world. Spain was always known as these bunch of tough guys, and look at them. They're the first to like kneel and lick the boot.
Was told him so, looking him in the face. I owe a lot of things to Luis, but what happened in the final, especially in the box, is unacceptable.
Of course it's acceptable. These women do it all the time. These women do it. If this is so acceptable, let me bring up that other image again, okay? How come this is so acceptable, right? How come this is completely acceptable by society in every way? So screw this guy.
Well, our reporter, Sergi Furcada, is in the newsroom. Hi, Sergi. So tell us about this.
No, I don't want to hear any more about this. We've heard enough. I've said enough, because I'm just going to be repeating myself. This shows just how disgusting human beings are, especially how disgusting women are to men. The human animal is a damaged, uninvolved creature. And I spit on everything that's been going on here. I spit on these women for what they've done. Puke on them. What a bunch of turncoats.